Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Welcome to this slightly delayed Beta Quest tournament match. I am Din. I am here with Zelvoy to do some commentary. Hello, hello.
Hello!
So this match was supposed to start 35 minutes ago, but one of the runners was asleep. So we got a bit delayed by that. Then one of the other runners' PC crashed, so we got delayed by that. And now we're here. We're just waiting for Melt0n to get his stream online, and hopefully we should be good to go. And yeah, so this is Beta Quest, which means it's an entrance rando. All entrances are randomized, disconnected, and with no logic between them. So it's gonna be a messy one, just trying to get around the place, but hopefully our runners won't have too much trouble. It tends to be a bit of a crazy one, yeah. So the goal is Lockout Bingo. You can see the bingo card on the stream now. So the idea is each one is trying to get as many goals from the card as possible. Whoever gets the most within the time limit of 3 hours will be declared the winner. If someone gets to 13 goals before the time limit runs out, then they've automatically won. Since at that point the other player can't catch up, since there's 25 on the board. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Quick maths.
Damn, you're so smart.
Yeah, I know how to do one sum. It's amazing.
So yeah, hopefully our runners will be up and going soon. Just a matter of how long it takes the computer to restart.
Yeah, so Battle, I think, by the looks of it, is ready to go. So yeah, just waiting for Melt0n to sort out his stream, sort out his game, and stuff like that. Hopefully he hasn't crashed again, because that'd be kind of bad. So just looking through the goals on the card we got today, we've got a fair few easy ones, or like relatively easy ones, to go around on here. So yeah, Hyrule Field Sculptors, not too bad if you can find the loading zones for that. Free boots, ditto. They're going to want to get hover boots at some point anyway, regardless. Getting iron boots is just a matter of finding ice cavern, basically, and a bottle or bombs or whatever. Part piece of the Lost Woods, not terribly bad, I guess. That does need Saria's song, though, which is a bit of a nuisance to get to.
So with this, it's just the entrance is randomized, right? But all the
Yeah,
items and everything is still where they should be?
yeah, all the items are vanilla. So yeah, they're all easy to get to if you find the right zones, but of course you need to find the right zones in order to get to them. So yeah, for something like Saria's song, Saria only appears after you've talked to Zelda. So you first need to find Zelda, then you need to find Sacred Forest Meadow. So
Right.
those two, Zelda's in particular, is a bit of a needle in a haystack because there's only one entrance to the castle courtyard. Sacred Forest Meadow, you've got like 2 or 3 different entrance points. I want to say 3. No, more than that actually, because there's the grottos as well. So there's only like 5, I think. That one's a bit easier, but yeah, until you get Zelda, Saria won't be there, so you can't get taught the song. And of course, after that, you have to find Lost Woods itself, but that's generally not too bad.
So for the card, Blue Fire, they have to get it and also keep it, or once they get it, it's good even if they use it?
No, they do have to keep it. So if they ever use the blue fire or lose it for whatever reason, they would have to unmark that goal afterwards. So yeah, it is required if they go for blue fire that they keep it in the bottle. They don't have to necessarily keep it in a legitimate bottle though. They can just dupe bottles onto another item using glitches and then just stick blue fire on there and forget about it. That is an option available to them.
So as a Beta Quest newbie, would that be a legitimate strat to get Blue Fire and mark it so the other guy can't? And then after you're a safe distance away, use it and then plan on picking it up again? Or
I mean, there's not really going to be any reason for them to use blue fire, I would imagine. I mean, if they really want it for Ice Cavern, then they could just get another bottle somewhere and just use a single one to get through the dungeon. Ooh, what is going on with that audio? That is a bit weird.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
I think that's on Melt0n's side.
That's gotta be.
Right, I'm gonna ask him about that. Yeah, this is... I think something might have possessed Melt0n's computer, is my best guess at this.
The sound effect is melting my brain. Oh. Oh, never mind. Just thinking.
Yeah, I think let's turn this off. That's better. I have no idea what's going on there, but hopefully Melt0n can sort it, because that is kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Still waiting for them to get ready, but hopefully that will be very soon. So just bear with. It's very quiet in here.
So what else can you tell this Beta Quest newbie about the game?
And there's not too many differences between vanilla and this, like compared to like all the stuff they changed in item randomizer. There's only a few bits that are kind of markedly different, mainly around like what equipment you can use as Child Link. So you do tend to spend a lot more time in Child Era compared to Adult in most BQ, like bingo seeds. Just tends to be the way it works out in terms of goals, but it can vary a little bit. But anyway, so Child Link is allowed to use the Mirror Shield in this version, and can also use Master Sword if they can get it. There is, if they find any areas of the collapse sequence in Ganon's Tower, that will automatically give them a Master Sword if they die in that area. So that is a helpful way to get a weapon early. So yeah, audio-wise, I don't think... Oh god. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not using Melt0n's audio there. I don't know what he's just put on the random bunch of music.
Yo, now
there,
we
it
rocking
seems.
on stream.
Yeah, I know, right? Trez is trying to convince Barl if we can use his audio. Barl usually uses the mic on his streams, so we can't really switch over at the moment, but see what we can do. We'll just throw some random background music on, I suppose. It would be nice to have a bit of game audio. Especially with Beta Quest, it helps with the flavour of it, I think, because we're moving about quite a lot in this game most of the time.
So looking at this bingo card, what is the hardest check here?
I'd say 8 hearts is probably a fairly tough one. 25 skulls as well is a bit of a slow one to get, although it's not too terrible if you're getting them along the way. Eight silver rupee ones as well as that. That one's a little bit of a dark horse, I feel. Essentially meaning you have to delve in quite a few different dungeons in order to clear that one. I mean, there's quite a few different options available there, but
looking at this like spreadsheet I found, it says the Rusty Switches in Spirit Temple is difficulty of 25.
Yeah, well, I mean, that one's not too bad with this particular card, because we do have a couple of Fire Temple goals on the board anyway, so there's a nice little bit of synergy there, but yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, you would need Hammer to actually do those switches, and you also need access to Spirit Temple, which either means having Silver Gauntlets, or Gold Gauntlets, or Blue Gauntlets, or whatever, or being able to do the Super Slide strat to get in there. Super Slide isn't particularly difficult, at least not as far as normal Super Slides go. It's one of the easier ones, but they are still frame perfect, so yeah. And remembering which chests are which generally is just a matter of practice, I would say. Like, once you play this game, as much as these guys have, it's pretty much going to be second nature. And compasses and maps in particular, they're always big chests in dungeons, so that makes it a bit simpler to remember which ones they are. Melson says his audio might be okay now, so brace yourselves, we'll find out.
I'm listening, it sounds good now.
Yeah, it sounds alright. Okie dokie. Yeah, 5 Iron Knuckles is also a reasonably tough goal. That means probably doing Ganon's tower climb to get to the turret at the top there. Spirit Temple, potentially as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance. There is also the Sky Temple, Light Temple place, if they can find that. There are 3 Iron Knuckles there. Not particularly easy to find, and not particularly easy to kill either, but that is another option. Right, we should be counting down very shortly, I hope. Been a bit of a struggle getting everyone ready for this, but yeah, I think we're good now.
We're here, we're ready.
Alright, counted them in, so you just need to wait for the delay on stream, which is going to be about 20-30 seconds, and we'll be off. Finally.
We're on our way.
There they go. Alright. Bit of pulling teeth there to get started. Only took 15 minutes put on the original scheduled time, but there you go. So we've got Shadow Temple and Longo straight away, which is actually quite nice, and Trials. That's three really good places to find early on, actually. Shadow for the hover boots is really good. Trials means they can get bomb shoes from Spirit Trial right away, which Baal's going straight in for now. Melt0n having a little bit of a think about what he wants to do first.
Oh, this is one of the Silver Rupee rooms too, so that's a good...
Yeah, there's a start on that one. This is definitely one.
Finish it, but...
Yeah, there are tricks we can use to get to the Silver Rupee on top of the BMOS without a hookshot. However, most of them need a sword of some kind. And obviously Baal does not have one yet, so I don't think he's going to be able to clear this just yet. So for now it's just farming money. Melt0n doing a Death Warp.
I suppose that's an easy way for a new zone. While also choosing to Death Warp out.
Let me just turn down this game audio a bit, because it's a bit loud at the moment. That's the wrong meter. There we go.
Neither of our runners like the lake right now, so we're gonna just skip on out somewhere else.
Yeah, not much to do here in Lake Hydia. Ooh, Hyrule Field, that's a bit more like it.
That's
nice hub area. Yeah, nice hub area, lots of options available to them. Nice little place to farm money as well.
Now there is a box for 500 rupees, but that requires finding 2 different wallets.
It does, yeah. So RBA is a possibility there in order to get the wallets. They can sort of cheat their way to it a little bit. All glitches are allowed in this mode, of course, so all options available there. Let's take a Forest Meadow, that might be helpful later. Oh, and Tower Collapse. Okay, this is good. So we do have to watch a cutscene here, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it does give us a sword at the end of it, so that's quite nice. Yeah, we do actually get to watch some cutscenes in Beta Quest, because most of them are not removed from this particular ROM hack. There are a few that you get come out, all the medallion cutscenes are shortened, so you basically just see Link in the Chamber of the Sages, grab the medallion and then peace out. A few others are shortened as well, but most of the time we're going to have like the full cutscene to watch through.
Do we get the best cutscene after the Twin Rover fight?
I believe we do, yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, this ROM has been kicking around, like, I mean, this particular version I think it was released back in 2015. Has been known, like the ROM warp glitch that this is based upon has been known for quite some time before that. Beta Quest originally started basically as a series of cheat codes, rather than like in a proper ROM or anything like that. It was just a set of gecko codes you could put input onto Ocarina of Time in order to make use of the ROM warp glitch in weird ways. And it just sort of evolved from there basically into an actual proper game.
Melt0n chose to just Death Warp out.
Finds Trials again.
And it looks like Baal is choosing to go through with the whole walkthrough of it. Oh, never mind.
Is it?
Zelda open the door.
Yeah, getting that gate open is a good idea because, yeah, you can. Zelda only spawns like when you are at the top of the area, not at the bottom. So if he comes back here later and he loads in via the bottom entrance, he won't actually be able to open that gate and get back. So makes sense to do that. Yeah, Melt0n doing another Death Warp. All the trial Death Warps are unique. It's worth pointing out. So we had Light Trial Death Warp earlier. which took us to Hyrule Field. This one's taking us to Desert Colossus. Which again, we don't have much to do in here at the moment. Really at the start here, just looking for some decent items to help open up the seed a bit. We got Sword, of course. The Collapse Death that they both took just now gave them Master Sword, which is quite handy. But yeah, explosives would be the main thing now. If they find bottom of the well, they could get the pack from there, I suppose. They could also try for Spirit Trial, but I mean, ideally you want something other than just a sword to go for that one. It gets quite messy if you only got the sword. Melt0n setting up to clip into the Jabu entrance here. And Bal stocking up on some nuts. Nuts actually probably would be quite handy for that Spirit Trial Bomb Chew pack if he wants to go for it. You can use the nuts to stun the Beamos statue so it leaves you alone, which is quite handy. Ooh, and there is Requiem of Spirit from Melt0n. Walking into the cutscene there. Warp songs are randomised just the same as all the entrances are randomised, so the songs can take you literally anywhere. They have a tendency not to take you anywhere particularly useful, but they are, you know, every so often you might be able to find something decent out of them. This is of course not a song Melt0n can actually play yet, since he hasn't got an ocarina. Gerudo Training Grounds. Okay, I'm not sure there's anything actually useful to be done in here. Just kind of combing through the board a bit, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Ocarina items is possible, but they do need a bottle to do that, of course, and we don't have a bottle yet, so no Ocarina items glitches for us just yet. Finding more fairy fountains. Can't do anything with those till we get Zelda's Lullaby, of course. I'll say ZLN's Seed is probably not going to be that important. There's not really any goals on the board that strictly require it. I haven't really got any magic goals or anything like that, so... yeah, it's a bit odd actually. We've not actually seen Kakariko Village at all yet. Normally it does turn up fairly early. Oh yes, there is a Silver Rupee Room, that is a good point. Is that there's two, no there's four, I want to say. No, three. Yeah, I think it's 3 Silver Rupee Rooms and Mirror Shield, well that's quite nice. I think I mentioned earlier, Child Link is allowed to use the Mirror Shield in this version of the ROM hack, so Melt0n does now have a shield he can equip, as well as a sword. That means he can do crouch stabbing, he can do ISG, all very useful stuff. And Bal, yeah, just setting up to try and grab the Silver Rupee, he gets it. So there's this progress towards that Silver Rupee Room goal, but the main reason, of course, he wants to do this is because there is a pack of bomb chews in the next room. 20 of them, in fact, and having explosives is, as always, a very good thing in a Zelda game. Nicely done. So yeah, we did have Delongo's Cavern right at the beginning. That was a starting zone for Child Era. So Boa can probably now go and grab Bombag if he really wants to. Probably a bit early for that. There's not really any reason for him to go for it just now. He can save it for later and probably save himself some time, I would imagine. Because it'll be quicker for him to go grab it at a later point when he's a bit better equipped. Other options, you can go get hover boots as well, using a mega flip to get through Shadow Temple, which we saw earlier too. Again, not something that's going to be immediately useful, but as soon as he goes adult, hover boots is an item you definitely want to have available to you when you go to do adult era stuff. Looks like Barlo's going to make the play for Delongo's Cavern here. So possibly going for the bomb bag, may just be coming in with the Skullsters and the Deku Shield though. You shall see what he does. I imagine he will be buying a shield at the very least, he has the money for it. Melt0n's found Goron City. Goron City Heartpiece, of course, being a goal on the board. I don't think he can get to Heartpiece at the moment, though. My voice sounds spent. Not sure why that would be. Maybe it's just been a long day at work. And I also went to the pub at lunchtime, so maybe that's got something to do with it. Well, it's my job to talk a lot, at least when I'm on this stream.
Talking's fun sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just gotta...
Sometimes
what's more fun than talking, though? Sleeping. That's a good time.
Yeah, especially oversleeping. Don't you just love it when, you know, you get an extra half hour sleep or whatever?
When you have something really important to do, but you're like, nah, I gotta sleep, man.
Yeah, just like, you know, you got a race in a Beta Quest tournament coming up or whatever, and you think, oh, just 5 more minutes.
And 5 more minutes turns into like 20 minutes, and you're like, oh shit. But it looks like we're making our way to the Gerudo Training Ground. It looks like we're using statue strats.
Delongo's Cavern we're in at the moment, not Gerudo. But yeah.
We're the Valley on Melt0n screen, don't lie to me.
Melt0n's in Trials at the moment.
Well, now he is, but a moment ago he was in Gerudo Valley.
Oh, was he?
Fortress. Look, this is getting confusing. I don't know where he is anymore.
This is the thing with Beta Quest. They move quite fast. Like, yeah, suddenly they're in like Gerudo Valley. Like 2 seconds later, they're gone straight to like freaking Cack or wherever.
I suppose at the end of the day, I mean, they have a sword, so that's a huge step.
That is definitely progress.
Get some hearts from that scrub.
This Gerudo Fortress, though, has not been very nice. All the entrances Melt0n tried there were pretty shit, but ooh.
Oh.
That's jump at a time, though, so that's quite nice. Not a Gerudo Fortress. Not a Gerudo Fortress entrance, though. That was getting caught by the guard. That is a bit of a double-edged sword, actually, because that's only going to work till they find hookshot. Because once you get hookshot, being caught by the guard takes you somewhere else. However, there is definitely more than one entrance to Temple of Time. You've got the Blue Warp, you've got the main entrance and a door, and I think you've got 2 different entrances near the Master Sword. So Temple of Time's not too bad to find most of the time. Can be a bit of a nuisance if it wants to be, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Yeah, so the RBA combination, I believe, is Pocket Cuckoo or Kajiro, plus the Goron Gauntlets. But don't quote me on that, because I am not by any means an RBA expert. There is compass number 1 for Bal. 4 to collect to get the goal. Mirror Shield, I can't remember how Melt0n found it, to be honest.
I don't believe so. I think they went separate ways by then.
Yeah, Bal didn't get it yet. That's why he ended up buying the Deku Shield here in Thingamabob. Yeah, all the item locations are vanilla, it's just none of the entrances are. More cutscenes for Melt0n to wade through. This one isn't too long, thankfully. Yeah, trying to keep up where all the entrances might turn up is a bit of a mish. I do try and keep an eye on who's found what at the very least, because that's normally a good indication of kind of what progress they're making through the seed. The runners are also allowed to take notes, incidentally, so if they find a place they can note down themselves how they got there, so they can get back there later if needs be. Well, getting a nice boost jump there to get the rims in the back of the Dongos, and that's his bomb bag. Yeah, no bingo square for this one, of course, but doesn't matter. Bomb bag is useful for everything. Not dropping any frames on my end. It's all looking green on OBS, so might be your end, I'm afraid, there, Mork. Or it might be Twitch's end, of course. If in doubt, blame Twitch. And yes, I did almost.
That's a funny way to pronounce Trez.
Yeah, I did almost say Trez there. Ooh, Jabu.
Jabu. Alright, that's important.
Yeah, this is a goal. Boomerang's on the board, so he's going to go straight for that, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah.
And it's another compass, of course. Definitely a nice straightforward goal to start out with here. Boomerang's also going to be quite useful if he wants to go skull collecting a bit later for that 25 skull gold we've got down there. Having a boomerang will be quite useful. Melt0n finding Forest Temple. Now, do we have any goals for us to do in here? Let's have a look. The boss key is a potential one to go for in here. It's not too deep into the dungeon. Could also be worth getting the bow, but I'm not really seeing much that's going to be useful for. Yeah, not huge amounts that Forest Temple is going to be useful for. So maybe the boss key, but there's probably better boss keys to go for, to be honest. Oh yeah, Mega's on the board as well. Oh, that goal's a bit of a stinker though. You really have to commit for that one. So you got to defeat all 3 of the other players in order to get her to spawn. That's a bit of a time investment. If you get sniped on that one, you're not going to be having a good time. I'm not. I would be struggling a bit internally on whether to go for Meg or not, especially in a Lockout match. Because if your opponent grabs it, you're just completely wasting your time in Forest Temple, which is not good for a race like this. Melt0n having a good long think here by the look of it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Time's a ticking. It doesn't look like it's night time there in Graveyard, so Melt0n can pull the Graves out at least. Oh no, wait, no, it's daytime. Nearly dusk by the look of it, but not quite. So that means there's only got one exit you can try here now. I just leave the market there, it's not too bad. Graveyard can be a bit of a dead end on this game, especially if you get into daytime like that, since there is only one way you can go. But it leading to market is actually pretty decent, because that gives you a lot of options to go from there. And Bale about to pick up his boomerang. First goal of the day.
Hey, our first check mark.
Square get. Or rectangle get, I suppose, since the stream layouts sort of squishes the board a bit. That's true, actually, yeah. You could unload the gravestones. That would actually allow you to go through any of the grottos, I believe. Because you can do it a different number of times and it unloads like different assets in the graveyard. But yeah, that's slow. I don't think you don't really want to have to do that if you don't want to, if you don't need to. So Bale's just cleaning up some Sculptular tokens in here. And he's going to be off, I imagine. He may go for the Baronade loading zone. Potentially, but I don't know whether it's going to be worth the time or not to go out there, to be honest. It's kind of out of the way. And what are the chances that that one loading zone is going to have what you need? Oh, did he not pick up the compass yet? I guess he's going to go for that next then. I thought he'd already got it, but I must have missed it. Oh, Highland Shield. It's kind of helpful. I mean, we've already got Mirror Shield though, so it's not a big deal. He is going back towards the rear of the dungeon here, so yeah, I think he's going back for the compass. Yeah, I would have expected him to go get it, like straight after the boomerang, rather than go downstairs to get the skulls. So, probably just a bit of a brain fart on his part, I guess. So Melt0n's got Zora's River, so if he wants to, he can go get the 5 magic beans square here. Does mean a bit of rupee farming is involved to get the money together for it. 65 rupees is a good start, but 5 beans is going to set you back. What is it going to be? 60 plus another 40 plus another 50. 150 rupees in total. I've done my maths right. So the Baronade loading zone isn't necessarily going to lead to Baronade, it's going to lead to somewhere completely randomised, so yeah, it's not a guaranteed heart by any means to go for that. Alright, 2 campuses for Bale. Yeah, just doing a save up there. Yeah, so because the boss loading zones are actually separate areas to the normal dungeon, they are randomized differently or randomized separately to the dungeon itself. So you can just end up popping into a boss room from anywhere, same as the other loading zones. It also means if you have goals on the board like beat Forest Temple or something like that, it essentially just means find the boss zone and then defeat the boss, because that's all you need to do. You don't actually need to go into the dungeon proper for anything, except possibly the dungeon item. Finds Gerudo Fortress as well. Probably the worst possible loading point for the fortress in total. This one's miles away from anything anywhere. So Melt0n just continuing to farm for beans here by the look of it. Yeah, there is a skull up there, but I believe it's adult era only. You can't get it as child. Bal's finally found Kakariko. It is night time now, so no bottle for him, unfortunately. Does get the chance to clear out some Skulltulas here, though, which is quite nice. We did actually see Skulltula House earlier, oddly enough. Yeah, it is one that can be a bit of a pain to find, but yeah, I can't remember who went there. I think it was Melt0n found it. I don't think Bal saw it yet.
Which entrance?
The Skulltula House, inside the Skulltula House.
I believe that was Ball.
Okay. Yeah, Skulltula House might actually come in useful in this seed in order to get one of the wallets, potentially. Let's say having to do RBA for it. But I mean, we do need the 500 rupee wallet upgrade though to get that goal on the board. And it's not likely that our runners are going to want to go for 40 skulls. That said, I think what they can do is RBA the first wallet and then go to Skulltula House and then talk to the guy for 10 skulls and get the second wallet. I believe that works.
I was gonna say, is it possible to RBA your number of skulls and just get 100 of them?
That is a good question. I want to say it's not possible.
Okay.
I don't think the Skulltula count is in range. Am I saying it does work? Okay. I have no idea what the combination would be in order to get to the skull count. Because that's got to be quite a high number, I would have thought.
At least Melt0n's gonna get a lot of rupees for this. Oh, didn't quite shield the second one.
Rip.
Well, looks like we're going back to Dodongo.
Well, this is a death warp, so ooh.
Oh,
Castle Courtyard, okay. Interesting one.
surprised we're not gonna go with it. Isn't that Zelda's Lullaby there?
No, it's not, because that's a separate loading zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Castle Courtyard is its own zone, so yeah, getting to the end of that would not take you to Zelda, or take you to somewhere random. That said,
right.
I'm not sure why he's save warped there, unless he really, I think he just wants to get back to Zora's River probably in order to get the, because he wants those magic beans, I can tell.
Yeah.
So that's why he's focused on that, rather than trying to find new areas at the moment.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm surprised he's not going for the more rupees, but then he did, so I'm just dumb.
Yeah, it would probably be sensible for him to, I think, to farm some money here. And then, yeah, he knows the route from here to Zora's River. He's got that noted clearly, so he can just go, keep going through it basically in order to get the money and then go get the doodads, the beans.
Hey, that was clean. First try. So that's 1 silver rupee complete for Melt0n.
Yeah, 1 each now, I believe. As to your question, Asda, I'm afraid I have absolutely no idea on that one. Not familiar with that particular aspect of the game, to be honest. Alright, so Melt0n's now got his bomb shoes, which is pretty nice.
That opens up the world.
Yeah, explosives, hookshot, hover boots, they're like the big things, really, in Beta Quest. They're the items you almost always want to grab at some point. ZL as well is a pretty decent one to have, although, yeah, in this seed, probably not the greatest, really, just because there's not many goals on the card that would require it. So Bao's got back of Dodongo's here, not sure what his plan is. I think just walking out the entrance while I look at it.
Yeah, that's what I would do at this point.
I would be inclined to try the boss door personally, since he was at the back anyway, but it's just me.
Yeah, he can do that anytime. All he has to do is reload.
I suppose so. Gonna try Shadow Save Warp, see where that takes us. There's a heart piece for us, or for Bao rather.
A quarter step towards our 8 heart goal.
Oh, and there's Zelda's Lullaby.
So save warping out of Shadow Temple.
Yeah, so that's actually a relatively easy one to get, since Shadow Temple's like the second zone they found in the end. Melt0n as well picking up his 5 magic beans there, so that's a square for him now. We're up to 1-1. And yeah, I was kind of mentioning earlier, ZL doesn't unlock a huge amount on this board, but there are still a couple of goals on here, which probably makes it worth it. We've got mapping.
Strength songs have.
It is a good song to have, yeah. Yeah, we've got the Heart Pieces in Lost Woods. That requires ZL, so you need that to get to Saria's song. Epona is a song as well, but you can get Epona as in like the horse without actually learning the song.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a way to steal her.
Mr. Girl.
Yeah. What else we got that ZL might be useful for?
Bottom of the well, more doors.
Bottom of the well doesn't have any loading zones in it apart from the one you enter.
Oh yeah.
There are bomb trees down there, but you don't need Zelda's Lullaby to reach them, so not something they're going to need that song for today, I don't think. It might be useful potentially for compasses.
Yeah.
It could also be useful in Water Temple. They got map and compass on the board there. You don't actually need ZL in order to get to those 2 chests, but it may help all the same. We've also got the Iron Knuckle Skull, of course, and speaking of which, Melt0n just finds Spirit Temple here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could, if he wanted to, go up and do one of the Iron Knuckles right now. It's a bit of a trek, though, to climb up there.
Definitely a time investment. Can you do it without a slingshot?
Yeah,
Or
you can get up there with bomb shoes. Ooh, fire temple! Wow,
Spirit Temple right into Fire Temple.
nice. Okay, fire temple's a really good find. We've got 5 sculptors and fire temples. Oh fucking hell! That's straight into Ocarina. Wow, I'm liking this, Jane. My goodness, yeah. So fire temple. We've got 5 sculptors. We've got the rusty switches and spirit temple, which needs a hammer, of course. Compasses again. Always useful. More sculptors. Boss keys. The fire temple boss key really quick. So yeah, that's a really good one to find. And yeah, having an ocarina is a really nice find for Melt0n there as well. Ocarina items is a glitch that is allowed in this game, but it's slow. Every time you want to pull out your ocarina to play a song, if you're only using ocarina items, that's going to be like 20-30 seconds you lose every time. And you do generally want to play a fair few songs in this, so especially when you get Sun Song, they're probably going to be using that quite a lot. So
and Sun
definitely
Song requires. No, it doesn't because entrance rando. Never mind.
Yeah, still, there's a nice item to have. See where this chain takes us now. On to collapse. Okay. So yeah, bottom entrance there, which means Zelda doesn't spawn. So he's only got 1 exit he can take here, which is a top entrance.
Into the market.
And that's just back to market. Okay. Everyone's just high-fiving each other here, by the look of it.
Yeah, different time of day though.
Oh, we're getting caught by the guard. I thought he did this already.
Oh, maybe he's
this is an iron knuckle for Melt0n.
Ooh, it's Naburu Knuckle.
Oh yeah, that's a goal in itself. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's a really good find for him.
All he needs to do is just not get hit, because I think he's still on 3 or 4 hearts.
Yeah, that's
It should be fine. He's child era Link. Iron Knuckles are, of course, way too big to actually be able to deal with Child Link properly. They just swing straight over his head. So, as long as he's sensible here, this is pretty much a free goal.
Oh, it looks like Ball found the rabbit hole that'll lead to Spirit Fire and Arena.
Yes, yep.
Assuming he decides to continue
Yeah, he's thinking about what he wants to do there, like whether he wants to maybe do the Spirit Climb or not.
Okay, he's going for it.
There you go, that's Fire Temple.
Oh no,
Melt0n! Oh
no!
Oh, he must have let go of R. Never let go of R. Do not back your head up or he will get you. But he is back in market, so Melt0n might be able to make a quick run through to get back there. Oh no, the shop's shut. Oh no! Ooh, Monkeress.
Oh man, the time of day is really gonna mess with him here.
Yeah, he wants to get back to an area where daylight passes now, ideally. Because that is a square really open to him, and Bell may find it potentially. Bell's going to end up back in market fairly shortly, I think.
Yeah, I believe this led to market, so Mom's got a lot of ground to cover to make it back there, and
yeah, and it depends whether Bell actually picks that particular door or not, because of course there are plenty of choices to go with in market area.
True.
So he may not necessarily go for that one, in which case that goal's going to be sat there a little while longer.
Mel has the time of the cutscene though to get back.
The lovely cutscenes.
Saria, best girl, don't at me. you didn't choose the right door.
Yeah, a little reprieve here for Melt0n then. Got a bit of time to get back there potentially. Time, of course, will pass here in Zora's River for him.
And we're back to the trials.
Yeah, that's our third one, I believe.
Oh, that's completing the trial even.
It is, yeah. There's 6 separate warps for when you complete the trials, or in this case, get warped to the place you would normally go to if you beat the trial regularly. And each of those is its own unique death warp as well. So generally, runners always want to go for a game over whenever they get one of those little cutscenes. And this one just leading back to Kakariko, so nothing huge. Oh, but Bao does need to get his bottle, actually. He's not done that yet, so...
Oh, we're going for chickens.
Yep.
Notify Kuiper.
Chickens is very much way the hero in Beta Quest. Bottles are just far too useful. You cannot pass up the opportunity to get one this early.
Oh, that's the name of the glitch, isn't it?
Bottle Adventure, Reverse Bottle Adventure, Bottle Duping, Ocarina items, which doesn't have the word bottle in it, but it might as well be bottle items or bottle Ocarina. Bottles are basically the most broken item in the game, like by far. Yeah, we do have Blue Fire as a goal on the board.
That's true.
Yeah, we've not seen... Well, actually, we've had trials already, of course, so Bal can just go grab Blue Fire from there when he wants to. Probably will want to dupe a bottle first, because he's going to want one to use in the actual seed for the glitches and bugs and all that sort of stuff, collecting skull slurs, etc, etc. So you don't really want to tie up your bottle with Blue Fire this early, or not your only bottle, is what I mean. If you can jeep one onto Deku Nuts, maybe, then he'll probably be alright.
Goron Chop with Dongo Boss.
Okay, well that's a fairly easy heart container to go grab.
Yeah, once you have, in Melt0n's case, the strength or bombs.
Yeah, I think Melt0n's only got bomb cheese at the moment. Didn't go get the bomb bag just yet, but it is possible to kill King Dodongo with just bomb cheese. It's a little bit tricky though.
That's a lot of effort.
That's true, yeah. Bal did get a lonely Deku stick earlier, so he can dupe over that. That's a more sensible option.
Just gotta death warp out.
So I haven't really explained how death warping works in this. So in Ocarina of Time, whenever you die, it just takes you back to the place you entered the area from. So in Beta Quest, what that means essentially is like going through a loading zone in reverse. So if you land in an area like Melt0n just did there outside one of the trial doors, and then dies, it'll be like he went through the place that leads you to trial door. In this case, shooting a light arrow at the ball of light at the end of is that Fire Trial? We'll say that's Fire Trial. So yeah, this way you can kind of check loading zones you'd normally not be able to access, or would have difficulty accessing potentially, because they're in a different place. It's kind of quite a nice way to kind of expand your options there.
Bal's not gonna go for the 132.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite that desperate for a heart piece. If it was a heart container, then it might be worth bothering with, but yeah.
How many heart pieces has he gotten? 2 or 3 now?
You don't say 2 or 3. He's found Gerudo Valley just here now, so that's another 2 heart pieces you can go grab.
One.
Yeah, but there's 2 here.
Oh yeah.
And there's a Skull Slayer as well in the dirt patch you can go grab.
Good thing he got that bottle for bugs.
Indeedy.
Oh, Oh no, the chicken! I guess he's not going
There
to
is. Yeah, we can do the recoil here, so. Yeah. Using a sword, you just recoil off the little ledge there, and it drops you down quite neatly next to the bug patch.
Fancy that is.
Yeah. There's a strat that is totally allowed in accessible rules as well for the item randomizer. It's just not one you normally see because everyone always comes here without decky sticks. But yeah, if you happen to get decky sticks before going to do Gorilla Valley, you can just do that recoil strat rather than faff them out with a chicken.
Decided not to go to the waterfall one, but he did get his 4th heart, so he's halfway to 8.
Yeah, maybe he's just going to rely on heart containers for the rest of it. Maybe he doesn't want to bother with heart pieces, although, well, he's just found Zora's River. That's another 2 heart pieces here he can grab. So yeah, I don't know, that's a bit of an odd one really. I thought he would have gone for the waterfall heart piece as well.
Sadly, Melt0n's already got the beans, so no point buying more.
Yeah, he'll beat into the punch on that particular goal. But there's still plenty others. So he's going for 1 bean at least, I'm guessing, because he wants to get heart pieces. Or maybe he's going to dupe a bottle over it. It definitely looks like he's going for a bottle dupe here. And there it is. Yeah, it's quite a convenient bottle dupe to do actually, because there's absolutely no way you can ever lose that bottle now. Unless he's stupid enough to buy more beans, of course, but that'll be a bit of a ridiculous thing to do at this point. So yeah, that's the second bottle he can use for basically anything he wants, including the blue fire, which I imagine he will probably do as soon as he finds trials again. Okay, Melt0n's got back to Niburi Knuckle. Hopefully he does better in round 2 here. Couple more hits. Hey, there we go. Second goal to Melt0n.
That's box number 2.
And yeah, Bar back in trials now, so he can go grab his blue fire and mark that goal. Quickly equalising the score here. Now it is important that he doesn't drop that blue fire at any point, because if he does he would have to unmark the square. However, there's not really any reason for him to do that. He can just keep that bottle in his inventory now forever and just forget about it, and that's fine. Yeah, this is a new bit of collapse, I think. We're not seeing this one yet.
Continuing the collapse, yep. See where the next door leads to.
Oh, we did see this earlier, Shield Grave. I mean, Melt0n got this one.
Still, good to have. Hylian Shield never hurts.
Yeah, that's helpful for Bal in particular, because he didn't pick up Mirror Shield earlier. Top of Zora's River. I imagine he's going to go grab the heart piece here. Right here, so why not? Don't know whether he'll bother with the second heart piece or not. Guessing he probably has better things to do. So Melt0n doing his chickens. Gotta get that bottle. What spell we're gonna find? I know we've seen this house already, I think. Oh yeah, this is the bit that led to Forest Temple, okay. Now where's the compass in this dungeon? Let me think. The map's up the top of the courtyard area. Compass is really deep actually, isn't it? It's killing the blue po. Not going to be able to do that in child era, unfortunately. Potentially one that Bal could go for later if he wants to kind of synergize that with the defeating Meg goal. Kind of a slow one. He got blue fire from the trials, from water trial. You can just waltz in there and pick it up, there's no locked doors or anything. Ah, there's Mirror Shield. Ooh, is Melt0n going adult? No, he's thought better of it. Maybe? I think he might be going adult here, potentially. Looks like he's setting himself up for dot skip. Interesting strategy. This is quite early to be going adult. No hookshot yet. We did see Shadow Temple earlier, so we know Hover Boots is available. However, we don't know whether there is going to be a path for Adult Link to actually get there, because it kind of relies on the child era save warp in order to find it. So, yeah, I think ideally you'll probably ought to go get those Hover Boots before going adult, because it's not necessarily a guarantee you'll be able to get them afterwards quite as easily. And yeah, no hookshot is really kind of scary for going adult early. Oh, does it give the child save warp? Okay, that's a try. I thought doing that as adult would give you the adult save warp specifically rather than a child one, but I might be wrong about that. So yeah, this is a bit of a gambit on Melt0n's part for sure. There are quite a few adult girls on the board. So yeah, it's not necessarily, going to knock him out entirely here, but he's definitely going to have to hope for an early hookshot here in adult era. Meanwhile, Bao just picking up his magic meter there. Nice one to have, really. Might be able to pick up Feral's win later as well, which would be kind of useful. magic itself not actually going to be helpful towards any of the goals on the screen today, I don't think. Ooh, I think that was one of the Hyrule Field Sculptures that Melt0n just found there, but again, no hook shot, so we can't get it. Bao's got himself Deku Tree, so this is going to be his third compass, I believe. You could also grab Slingshot, but probably not much use in that since he already has Boomerang. Can't imagine he's going to want to spend the time going through to Slingshot Rim. Most likely just going to grab himself the compass, maybe grab a Skull Star or two, since he's kind of closing in on the 25 skull mark here. And yeah, after that I'll be heading straight OoT again. I think this is his third compass. He got the one in Dodongo's Cavern. What was the other one he got? Jabu, he got that one. And yeah, I think this is the third. Melt0n's stream has just disappeared. I hope that means he's not. Hope it doesn't mean he's having any more computer issues. Ah, we're back. Okay, that's fine. Back in Temple of Time. Laura's Fountain. Not really anything useful here. There's a part piece on the iceberg, I suppose. Might as well grab that. Trying not to walk straight past it, it's always a good plan. Oh, Melt0n's got himself some Spirit Temple. Adult side, I think he's on there. So this is Iron Knuckle number 2 for him. Having defeated Nibiru Knuckle a bit earlier. Ah no, this is Charizard. Okay. That means he's locked out, unfortunately. He can't go any further into Spirits. That's a little bit of a pity. Adult side would have been more helpful. Yeah, Bao's got some decent progress towards his compasses now. Pretty decent progress towards Skulltulas, and ooh, might be going for Royal's Wind here if he's lucky. 1 in 3 chance. Melt0n finds bottom of the well there, but being adult, can't really do much with it. It is possible to clip through there and get into the well as adult, skipping past that little thing. I believe you may need hover boots for that though. And of course, even if he does get down there, there's not actually much he can do really. There are Skulltulas down there, but really you want hook shots to grab those. And yeah, he's already got Bomb Chews, so not really much point in getting any more of those right now. Yeah, Bao deciding he's got enough magic in his life already, he doesn't want the fairy's blessing, I guess. And Dins and FW both are quite nice, but it is another cutscene to sit through, so understandable. We doesn't necessarily want to go for that right now. Yeah, this will be Skulltula number 25. Progress is being made. Melt0n gets herself death-mounted trail. Skulltula is available up here, but again, hookshot. It all comes down to hookshot. So much stuff gets locked by that one item. Melt0n back in Kakariko. It is night time now, so he's not able to grab the egg. Might have been useful for RBA. Oh, and more cack. That's very helpful. Ooh, Phantom Ganon. That is a useful thing for Melt0n to find. Again, I'm going to say the magic words again. No hook shots. So Melt0n can't beat the boss here. Phantom Ganon, of course, is required if you want to go from adult era back to child era. Sheik otherwise blocks the pedestal of time, so you can't drop the Master Sword back down. So being able to beat Phantom Ganon is definitely a useful thing, but no hook shot. And Melt0n's definitely going to have to be hoping and praying that Dampe's Grave turns up soon, because he's probably starting to come to the same realization at the moment that going adult without your hookshot is a bit of a gamble, to say the least. There is so much kind of locked behind it. Decatory basement there for Baal. I don't think we've seen this entrance yet. It's Trials again. I've seen this one already. Melt0n's been here, done that. Ooh, Baal's found himself the Ganon Tower climb here. 2 iron knuckles for him, if he can get to the top. Teensy bit tricky with the amount of health he's got. The Stalfos do hit hard in here, so he'll need to watch himself. Yep, there is a boss key as well on the 2nd floor, so that is a nice little pickup for him as well. Just gotta get past the Stalfos Knights. He does have a shield, so yeah, he can do Infinite Sword Glitch here, which helps quite a bit. So hopefully he won't get bullied by these Stalfos too much here. Looks like it's going alright. Yeah, there we go. Sorted. Melt0n's found himself Gorn City, so that gets in the tunic here. Cannot get to the heart piece as adult. That is Spinning Pot, only spawns as child. So that goes off the table for him for the moment. Yeah, ISG definitely makes it a lot easier. The last race I commentated, we did see I think it was the boss key chest was the goal specifically. And one of the runners ended up dying on their way up here because they didn't have a shield yet, so they couldn't do crouch stabs and thus couldn't do ISG either. And yeah, when you have to fight Stalfos with just jump slashes, it can become quite tricky. Alright, so 2 Iron Knuckles down, so I think that means they're now even on in terms of Iron Knuckles kills. Melt0n beat the Nibiru Knuckle and has also beaten the child side Spirit Temple Iron Knuckle, and Bala's just beaten those two here in Ganon's Tower. Yeah. Nice little loop back onto Goron City there. Bal trying out some more collapse scenes. Yeah, one more heart would give Bal enough health to survive Sky Temple. Let's see if he can find it. I don't believe he's seen it so far. Looks like Melt0n's going for entry, possibly going to bomb hover over to Zora's Domain here. Oh. Knockdown. Rippy dippy. I think you can Mega Flip to get through that waterfall as well. Which is probably a bit easier than doing the bomb hover, potentially. Again, would have been nice to have gotten those iron boots, hover boots earlier. Would have made this a lot more simple. Don't believe this is a particularly useful entrance zone either. Bal did check it earlier. And Melt0n is kind of leading bomb chews here. Not ideal, really. Especially since he doesn't have bomb bag yet. These are the only explosives he's going to get for a while. Thought better of it there. It is unfortunate. I mean, burned like 5 of his bomb chews there, which is not good really when you've only got 20 to play about with. You want to be careful with those. Back in GTG again. So Bal could maybe go for the hooked Atlas tracks to get the Silver Reefy Rim on the left hand side. Interesting, looks like he's going for ice arrows. What does he want to shoot, I wonder? I'm not sure what he wants these for, but ooh, Bosky? Yes, maybe. Yeah, maybe Forest Temple Bosky is what he wants that for. So ice arrows can be used as a bow if you use the RBA glitch to give yourself a single arrow quiver. Right, just use RBA to get the Bosky itself. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can never remember all the RBA combinations. And I believe you just want Pocket Egg for, oh sorry, no, Pocket Cookie to do boss keys. Am I right in saying that? I'm not entirely sure. Melt0n's found themselves out of the lullaby. Oh yeah, the arrow itself. Okay. Right, yeah, of course, yeah, you put the arrow on C, right? Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, for some reason I'm not sure what I was thinking about there. Like, you would never put the ice arrows on your B button. That's not how RBA works. Okay, so about going for a dip here into bottom of the well. Grabbing yourself the compass, which is his fourth one. Probably not much else for him to do in here after this. He could go grab the other pack of bomb cheese, which may be convenient to have. Yeah, he's going to grab those. Makes sense, they're right here, may come in handy. We're already done with Skulsters, so no need to collect any more of those in here. He's got the shields already. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this dungeon. That's all the bottom of the well we're going to see today. This cutscene always looks very weird when you do it as Adult Link. It kind of goes for a lot of the cutscenes you're supposed to get during Child Era. If you do them as adult, the camera just does some odd things. Golden City again. Bell can now get that heart piece, I think. Yeah, because he still got his Deku stick from earlier, so he's all good. Another square he can mark off. Can also get a nice bomb bag upgrade here as well, which is always a decent nice to have. But never say no to more bombs. Right, so Melt0n finishing up with Zelda. Back in Lake Hydia, which is a bit of a dead end zone, unfortunately. There's not a huge amount of places to go from here. I think we've probably seen all the doors and exits from this place already now. Maybe not seen Lakeside Lab, but I would have thought we've done it, to be honest, by now. Probably, maybe. Not sure about Melt0n's route here, though. It's a bit of a roundabout way in order to get over this bridge. Golden City Heart, please get for Battle Nocturno. So that's 5 goals to 2 now. 13 is the target to collect within 3 hours, or whoever has the most when the time is up. So a little way under halfway there. Ooh, and there's a Master Sword loading point. That's a good one for going time traveling.
Much better than Melt0n's method.
Indeed. Yeah, Melt0n is definitely suffering a bit of no hookshot ISIS. Well, even Bal hasn't found hookshot yet. It seems to be very elusive in the seed. Oh, Bal is going adult though. He's going for it.
It's been well over an hour. It's probably still a bit too early for beta quest, but not a bad thing overall.
Yeah, it's just tricky about that hookshot. Because, yeah, it's kind of limits what items you can use. I mean, Bao does have Bomb Bag, which will help. He's got the Ice Arrow now as well, so that opens up a couple more bits that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. He can at least shoot stuff, which Melt0n, of course, still cannot do. He doesn't have any ranged weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bal's just maybe thinking the hookshots just doesn't want to turn up. Maybe it's not worth holding out for it.
Yeah, at some point you gotta think. Maybe it's an adult entrance.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe it's vanilla. They're gonna be vanilla?
Oh, the chances are so slim.
It's not. Rip.
Back in the Gerudo Fortress.
Yeah, Battle definitely does still have a few options open to him, even if he can't get on hook shots. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. Still not brilliant, but yeah, he's got a lot of explosives, which is nice. He knows what Fire Temple is, he knows what Shadow Temple is. And Spirit, I think he did find that entrance at some point.
Yes, he did.
I want to say, yeah. So yeah, that's all open to him, and yeah, he can do IBA here for Blue Gauntlets, which I think is what he's doing now. Or trying to, at least.
Lose the bugs.
He's all right.
We got a bomb bag.
He's doing boss key, yeah. Oh right, yeah, because of course he doesn't have the cuckoo yet, so he can't do whatchamacallit. Thingamabob. God, I can't get my words out today. What's the other thing?
Gauntlets?
Brain, help me. Yeah, Blue Gauntlets, there we go. Thank you, Brain. Otherwise known as Boy.
You're welcome. Sometimes I'm useful. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm a fan of Adult Scream when he voids out over Child Scream.
Yeah, I'm on the fence personally. No, he doesn't have
Sounds more
silver.
like a scream.
True. So, although he doesn't have silver gauntlets yet, we did find Mirror Shield Zone earlier, and we also know where hover boots are, so he can just super slide across in order to get to the silver gauntlets chest once he gets the hover boots sorted.
So we're going to pick up the Goron tunic and probably head towards Fire Temple.
Yeah, so Fire Temple without a ranged weapon is a bit of a mess, but
Especially because you need the skulls in the fire temple, so you don't want to go there if you can't get them.
yeah, I think he can still get them all. But the one in the Scarecrow Tower is the real pain though, because that one he's going to have to bomb hover to get up to.
Yeah.
And that's quite a tall hover as well. He does have quite a few bombs, so it's an option available to him, I guess. The others... Yeah, I don't think the others are going to be particularly difficult for him, I guess.
Maybe we were just getting the tunic to open the shop for more...
For more zones, yeah, it's a possibility. The loading zone for Goron Shop was crap, though. We did see Melt0n do that earlier, and I think it just let back in on itself, if I remember correctly.
I immediately miss random tunic colors.
Yeah, no fashion checks for us in this game, unfortunately. We've got a bit of buffering going on here.
We are going to do the Twin Rova fight while the King Dodongo fight.
Okay, one of these is a significantly faster heart container than the other one is. Twin Rover fight is probably one of the longest fights in the game, boss fight wise anyway.
For sure. I think Phantom Ganon is the second.
Yeah, it's another one that takes a while. Phantom Ganon at least is useful though, since that opens up the time travel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. There is that little Easter egg in Beta Quest. I do like it in the README. It says specifically you should not press buttons while holding R while entering a loading zone or something like that. It says under no circumstances should you do this. And yeah, there we go. King Dodongo dead, and Twin Rover only on the first hit, unfortunately. This is pretty much the longest boss fight. Melt0n's going to be here a little while getting this one done.
Oh my god, Melt0n, please.
Oh, that was a freebie, that one was.
You just got a little too excited and...
Yeah. Don't you hate it when you're excited and when your stream just goes everywhere?
Oh man, it's the worst feeling.
So Bal is on 5 hearts now, I believe, or is he up to 6?
It should be. So he's got 3 more to go.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's another missed hit. That's a wasted time.
Yeah, I could really use a hookshot for this. Could use a hookshot for a great deal of things, in fairness. Really doesn't want to turn up today, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. Wonder if we're just going to get hookshot this race here, potentially.
Alright, come on. This is an easy one, Melt0n.
No!
Oh, no.
Oh, Monkaress.
He's having no luck with these loading zones right now. Or hitboxes. Words are hard.
One of those things.
Alright, I think that's 3 hits?
Yeah, I believe so.
One more hit.
Okay, come on, you can do this. Oh, rip.
Alright, that's just Koom's fault now.
Oh, there we go. It was 4 hits, that was just a phantom attack.
And on the other side, Ball got Horsey.
Oh, look at the horsey. Kind of outclassed, unfortunately, by doing super slides in this game, but, you know, it's there, I suppose. I was going to take a ride over to Gerudo Valley by the look of it. Or the Gerudo Valley entrance, I should say, I suppose. Right. Melt0n's a little bit slow on the draw there. I don't think he's going to get the one cycle here. Oh, he does get it. Yeah, I just got it. Just in there.
Oh, this is the best cutscene.
So if you cross the loading zone with Epona and you enter into an area that Epona can't be, you'll just be dismounted straight away. And Epona will normally eat your sword when that happens, which is a bit of a nuisance as well. So yeah, Baal finds his Skullsula house. Apparently not going to pick up the wallet, though. Or maybe he's thinking about that. I guess actually he doesn't really want to pick up the wallet just now. Ideally what he wants to do is RBA himself the adult's wallet first. Yeah, and after that come in here and get the giant's wallet. Because you can't, as far as I'm aware, you can't RBA up to giant's wallets. I may be wrong about that. Again, RBA is not my forte by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, don't look at me. So now again, I don't know much about the glitches, but I believe Baal's blue fire is in the hookshot slot, right?
It's in the magic bean slot.
Oh, okay. Hookshot must be next to it then.
Yeah, that's right. So Baal duped over that earlier, which means he now doesn't have to worry about it, because there's not going to be any particular reason for him to ever get any more beans in that seed.
Yup.
So Melt0n does pick up this heart container. First one on the seed there, so still another 4 hearts to go if he wants to get that square. So, a bit of a journey left for him. Baal playing Guess the Great Fairy cutscene.
I believe it's Din's.
Yeah, I saw red text there. I think that means it's Din's Fire. Oh no, it's Nehru's. I'm sorry for Oars. It's FW.
Yeah, I guess the green fire should have...
The green fire means it's a magic spell. Red fire means it is an upgrade. So either double magic or double defense. So seeing the green fire, you know it's definitely going to be Din's FW or it's going to be Nehru's. They do have subtly different cutscenes. The 3 different Great Fairies. Yep. So yeah, you can, if you're familiar enough with them, and I have to admit I am not, you can determine which one it is straight away after you play ZL. But I mean, it's pretty much a useless talent because, of course, you're going to find out like 20 seconds later anyway. So FW behaves the same as it does in vanilla, with one exception, and that is that you don't lose your warp point when you time travel. So if you set it as child and then pick up the Master Sword, you can use FW again, and it will take you to wherever you set it in child era.
But it won't make you child again, right? You'll still be...
Yeah, you'll still be adult. So it can be quite useful in beta quest, because if you find, let's say you find like Shadow Temple, but it's a child-only entrance, you think, shit, I need to come here as adult, and hook shots. This is what we want to see. Yeah, so quick finish what I was saying there. So yeah, if you find like Shadow Temple, but it's behind a child-only entrance, but you can just then set FW there in Shadow and then not worry about it, because then you'll be able to come back as adults and go do that dungeon properly without worrying about having to do child-only strat. But yeah, Dampé's Grave, fuck yeah. Hookshot going to be very, very useful for Baal here. Yeah, Rusty Switches and Spirit Temple, it could be a beta quest specific goal potentially, I don't know. The bingo that they use for this is beta quest specific. It is based off of the normal Ocarina of Time bingo, but with a number of different tweaks here and there to kind of match how beta quest works a bit better, and also to balance the difficulty of some of the goals. Because some of them do become quite a bit easier in beta quest, and a few of them become ridiculously hard. Like the mask goals, for example, are always a pain in the ass to do on this version. And there we go. One boingy, shiny thing. So, Bao's got options available to him now. Shadow Temple, Fire Temple, Spirit potentially as well.
Well, we're going to Shadow first, because that's here.
Yeah, this makes sense. You want to get those hover boots, ideally. Yeah, it's higher in Beta Quest specifically because of Sky Temple. Yeah, Sky Temple's got 3 iron knuckles in it. It's a special loading zone unique to Beta Quest. So if you find that, that's over halfway towards that goal already. So yeah, this makes it a bit easier to find. Now, I can't imagine that Bar's going to want to do anything else in here once he's got his hover boots. I suppose he could maybe go down for silver rupee rims. There are a few in this dungeon. Compass, is that a goal? I don't think it is.
We've already gotten 4 compasses.
Yeah, we have.
The only compass goal remaining is map and compass for Water Temple.
Right, yes. And this, I'm pretty sure, I'm not an expert, but I don't believe this is Water Temple.
So we're 2/3 of the way to our 3 boots check.
Wow, that goal just flew past, didn't it? Went from 0% to 66%, my goodness. Right, so Melt0n has clipped out of bounds in order to get into the Water Temple entrance. So, yeah, you can basically, whenever you have an acute angle, such as between the chimney and the wall in the lab, it's a nice little hey you from the game to say, yeah, just clip out of bounds here, it's fine. Walls are suggestions anyway.
Pretty much.
So yeah, he'll be able to check out what this entrance is. Yeah, well, not doing Baronade. Not sure if he's got the right equipment now to do equip swap or not for the boomerang. Yeah, I think you could probably be alright with it, but yeah, it's not the quickest heart in fairness. Melt0n is reasonably far behind at this moment, yeah. Mainly just not having the items he needs to collect the goals. He does have a fair bit of progress towards the no knuckle stuff. He's done 2, 3 of them so far.
Yo, shoutouts to Hydrated Bot.
Always remember your water.
Oh. Got a heart piece.
Well, taking a bit of a long trip here to get to his next loading zone. Going for the Grosso by the look of it.
I don't remember where this goes. We're back to Zelda.
Back to Zelda. Yeah, so Grottos tend to give you repeats of loading zones rather than giving you new ones. They're basically designed to like just help you out a bit, because otherwise certain zones like that can just be an absolute pain in the ass to find. But in this case, not useful since Battle already got ZL.
So we're gonna pick up Kajiro.
Well, the pocket egg to start with, but yeah, this takes us on our way towards Kajiro.
I said what I said.
So yeah, pocket egg, of course, being pretty much the main key to doing RBA shenanigans. Ooh, and there's Phantom Ganon. Al can clear this. He's got these hook shots. That will be another heart container, and it also means he can time travel back to Child Era if he so wishes. Not sure that's going to be particularly high on his agenda right now. There's quite a few Adult Era things he can be doing instead. He's going to want to do his RBA stuff most likely. Water Temple if he can find that. Iron Knuckles. Hyrule Field Skulls, he can just go in either era at this point, I think. Iron Boots, if they turn up, that'd be a nice one to grab.
Yeah, definitely need those. Oh no, he missed this hook shot.
Oh, rip.
What is he doing? I swear, he's just sleeping on his aim.
Oh, if you sneeze, you lose.
Yeah, you can do Phantom Ganon with hook shot instead of bow.
Yeah, I think they probably made it this way just in case you run out of ammo during the fight, because there isn't actually a way to restock your arrows in this room. Yeah, Slingshot does work as well if you happen to come into this area as Child Link, which does happen.
Does boomerang work?
I don't believe boomerang works. I've not seen it ever done ever, so it's possible, but I'm not sure.
This fight's awful with ISG.
Yeah, no one's done Meg yet. We have seen Forest Temple though. That is an option available. It's a bit of a time commitment though to go through and kill all the pose. So yeah, can't say I'm too surprised they haven't gone for that yet, but we'll see. Melt0n grabbing his second Warp Song. I don't think he's played either of them yet. And yeah, Bolero's not turned up. I'm not sure if we've seen Death Mountain Gracer now I think about it.
I believe we did from the Fire Temple entrance.
Oh, yeah.
Have time. We had like 7 seconds, so it's like.
Well, yeah, it was Child Era as well when we found that entrance. You can only get Bolero as an adult. Yeah, all boss rooms are actually separate areas to the dungeon itself. So that means in Beta Quest they are not connected most of the time.
You got some bombs.
Boom.
Exit grotto to enter different grotto.
I think that's the same grotto, and I think Melt0n is now stuck. He's gonna have to save warp.
Yeah, the soft lock.
Yeah, this can happen with Beta Quest sometimes. It is zero logic. So you do sometimes just get loops like this where you're completely stuck and left with no option but to save warp out.
I was gonna say, how many more times are we gonna do it?
Yeah, you could play a Warp Song as well, but let's be honest, Warp Songs are trash, so...
And we we found Morpha.
Okay. Heart container, might as well go for it.
He doesn't have a hook shot.
Oh, of course. Oh, rip. Looks like he's going for Death Warp then. Doing it the old-fashioned way with bombs. There are spikes on the wall. He could have used those to damage down instead. Would have been a bit more efficient, I think.
So that's what you want to see when you wake up. It's just a big burly man.
Oh, look, it's water temple.
No irons, no scale. I don't think he's going far with this.
No, he's can't. I mean, he could probably just about get to compass chest. I don't think he can get to map chest.
And we're back to adult market.
Adult market's not a particularly nice place to be, unfortunately. Child market's really, really good, but adult, there's like only 3 doors left, so it becomes a bit of a damp squib, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's pretty much all glitches allowed. The only exception is console-specific glitches, which pretty much just boils down to you can't use Deku Sticks as adult because that crashes on N64. Some versions of GIM are banned just because they kind of trivialize the game, and ROM warps are just broken in Beta Quest, so you never want to do them.
So Ball did pick up the Giant's wallet, so 500 rupees is accessible.
Yeah, just needs to get himself some minis.
Oh, and here we get Bolero Fire.
Hey, finally found it. GIM stands for Get Item Manipulation. It's kind of an umbrella term for like a couple of different glitches. So yeah, it's just basically things that allow you to manipulate your inventory in certain ways. Yeah, that's the only rules in terms of glitches. There's a couple of others in terms of like just conduct and stuff like that. Like, you know, they're not allowed to snipe each other's stream. They can't preview the seed. They've got to go in blind. That sort of thing. Pretty much what you'd expect as a standard.
Ball has black gauntlets. Is that on the way to blue gauntlets, or?
Yeah, so Black Gauntlets is 2 off from blue. I think he needs Kajiro? No, maybe? Oh, I don't know. RBA is not my strong suit at all. I can never remember the combinations to get the various things.
Once you get silver, there's a coin.
Right, yeah, silvers. That's the thing he's missing. Right, yeah. So he needs to find that mirror shield entrance again then, because then that'll allow him to scoot right over and get the silver gauntlets chest. After that, it'll be sorted.
Around the Lost Woods.
Yeah, so the black gauntlets act in the game like gold gauntlets. So same with any of the like glitched gauntlets you can get. Basically, they all behave like you have the full strength upgrade. But in terms of the RBA glitch in particular, in order to get to various colour gauntlets, you need to start on a particular value to begin with. The way RBA works, essentially, it kind of takes the value you already have in the inventory and then adds a number to it. Yeah, I know it's a bit more complicated than that. It's just that's how I kind of rationalize it. There's a lot of weird bit magic going on, and even as someone who like does programming full time, it is deep magic as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that fish is the size of Link.
It was a chunky fish.
Big chungus.
That is going to give him a chunky gold scale.
And that's another check mark for the gold scale.
8 goals down. 5 more to go. 6 more to go. I can maths.
Can you though?
No, actually I can't.
Oh, we're getting close to. Oh, is that 500?
I believe it is.
It is.
Ding 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 ding.
Ah man, Ball is really taking this race away.
So I believe the rupee count will stay the same until you picked up a rupee, and then it'll drop to 200 or 99 or whatever. But I'm not 100% on that either, to be honest. He would have to remove the square if he loses his rupees. That includes if he spends any.
What is Ball's game here? He killed the Lever Queen.
Seems like he's waiting around for the Skull's Hollow here. I'm not entirely sure why. This does count as Greedo Valley area. It's for the gold in the bottom row.
Oh yeah.
Greedo Valley area skulls. Yes, the 2 here. Gee, is this a count? I don't think this is the right area for it. Wasteland skulls. Oh right, yeah, that's on the board as well. My bad. I was looking at the wrong place. Yeah, Greedo Valley area is separate to this bit, but yeah, this counts for Wasteland Colossus area, because this is Colossus.
So
I got confused, because there's 2 goals that are almost the same, but not.
There's so many Skulltula goals on this one.
There are quite a few, yeah. This seems to be the case when I roll these bingo boards. I just get loads of skulls. Last one I had 30 skulls as a goal in itself.
Oof.
Oof indeed. I believe he did get the child era one at some point. We've been through this area quite a lot, so can't imagine he would have missed it.
And here we've killed Goma finally. 2 hours into the game. About how long it probably took me on my first playthrough.
Well, I bet that was a while ago. There's another heart container. Thankfully, this is one of the shorter cutscenes. Or short end cutscene. Otherwise, it would be pretty much the longest thing to wait through in the entire game.
Yeah.
As it stands in Beta Quest, I think the longest cutscene left is the organ room when you get to the top of Ganon's tower. Because all the ones that are longer than that in vanilla have been shortened in some way, shape or form.
So we've gotten the map for the Water Temple. Let's see if we can find the compass.
Yeah, so no iron boots and no long shot. So that means in order to get here, get to the compass chest, Barl is going to have to do some out of bounds shenanigans.
So it looks like he's trying to do up here.
Yeah, setting up for a ledge clip to get out of bounds on the corner here. I guess at that time he's through. Yeah, save warping in the boss room would be the same as save warping in the dungeon itself and just take it back to that dungeon's entrance. So, obviously in Beta Quest that can take you anywhere, but they both take you to the same place.
Find the right spot. Alright, he's made it to the compass room.
Good stuff.
Now he just has to grab it.
Mash Shiny Strat's not quite working out there, so gonna do it the legit way.
And there we go.
Goal number 9. Yeah, Vanilla Warp is always confusing when it happens in Beta Quest. Like, wait a second. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Is this even randomized? Come on.
It's always quite peculiar to see a Vanilla Warp, but there are like, I want to say like nearly 1,000 entrances in the entire throughout this game, so having 1 or 2 vanilla per seed actually isn't that unusual. It's just finding them, I suppose, is the unusual thing. Ooh, Sun Song. This is a good find for Melt0n. So, similar to Death Warping, playing Sun Song in every area will kind of reverse the warp for it. So that opens up a lot of options you might not necessarily be able to do. And certainly makes routing through the game a fair bit quicker. It's a bit of a pity to have this so late in the seed though. We've only really got just over an hour left. But it's still definitely still worth going for. Now finds himself dropped into the Minuet cutscene. We've still not seen any warp songs played so far. Nobody's taking the meme bait, it seems.
Oh, come on.
Dong.
This is easy.
Playing songs, true endgame of Ocarina of Time. Yeah, sometimes Warp Zone songs are useful, but
Like
honestly, like, I mean, they've got about as much chance as any other loading zone to be useful, to be
hey,
fair.
Look, we got a horse.
Oh, it's a nice horsey.
And we got it out the other wall.
Okay, Bell's doing a warp song. Where's it going to take us? It's taking us to Talon. That is 100% useless. We've been here already. Don't need to come here again.
Oh, it's quick access to Gerudo Fortress, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not the nice bit of Gerudo Fortress though. This is really far out of the way. And yeah, he has to get caught straight away here, which is not good. There are Skulltulas up there, that is true actually. I'm not sure if Baal actually got that Skulltula yet or not. He probably should have grabbed it if he didn't, because that is a goal. Oh, actually, yeah, no, it doesn't count as a Gerudo Valley and Gerudo Fortress are separate on the map. Yeah, that is a good point. I forgot about that.
It's alright, we're killing Goma again. Getting our 7th heart.
The spider deserves to die. Melt0n finds a fishing pond. Too late to get the golden scale though, so not much you can do there, unfortunately. But he didn't have the hook. Melt0n didn't have the hook shot when he got to Morpher's room, so he couldn't have been out. He wouldn't have been able to do Morpher.
You can do it with just a hook shot. It's a little rougher, but
He doesn't have hook shots.
Ball does.
Ball does, yeah. Ball didn't. Did Ball find Morpher? I don't think he did.
He did.
Okay.
Didn't fight him though.
Yeah, you can do it just hook shot. You definitely don't need long shots. But yeah, if you don't have either, then it becomes a real pain in the bum hole. He'll probably be back there at some point anyway, so it's not a big deal. Not sure how many heart pieces Balder's got, but I suspect for his last heart container he's going to want to go for a boss rather than faff about with more heart pieces. I suspect. I mean, that might not be the case. We don't know.
He's thinking about his timer, like, oh crap, I'm not gonna make it anywhere. I gotta go into Spirit Temple.
Speaking of heart pieces, there was one right there that Bal could have gotten. He has got the gold scale. Could have died down.
Looks like we're just gonna take the Death Warp out of here.
Well, this will be the same as leaving Fire Temple, which, yeah, we did earlier, and that led to our Ocarina.
Back to the grotto. This is the grotto in the Sacred Forest Meadow, I believe.
Yep, this is the Wolfos one. So yeah, Bal on 3/4 of a heart now. You probably should have just grabbed that Tech-type one. That would have been a nice, easy one to get, really. Did he lose Golden Scale? He should. No, he still got it. Yeah. Oh, he's lost his diving meter. Okay, right, I get you. Oh, the wonders of RBA. Yeah, so because he's still got Gold Scale in his inventory, he doesn't have to unmark the square. Not being able to use Gold Scale is not the same as not having a Gold Scale.
Looks like we're gonna cross the wasteland.
Yeah, this is the final one of the 4 skulls. For that goal on the top left. Yeah, so Bal needs to grab 3 more goals in order to beat the seed. Or rather beat win the match, I suppose I should say. So yeah, makes a reasonably safe option. Greedo Valley area skulls, if you can get back there. Although I'm not sure if he got both the Child Era ones or not. Oh, here's Greedo Valley. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, it just needs to wait for night though.
Yeah. He also needs to go over to the other side, but he can super slide across, that shouldn't be a big deal.
We got the ground jumping out the super slide. There we go.
Got it out of time. Whee! The chat's saying he got 1 during Child Era, so there's another one he needs to go back in time for at some point if he wants the square. There's our horsey again.
We did it. Both sides for Melt0n.
We'll find out if he got them, I suppose, or not, when he either marks or does not mark this square.
Going right back to Lon. Let's go. That was a mistake. Ooh.
Spirit again. It's probably the same side you did earlier, though.
Hey, look, Pona. Pona logic's confusing.
Yeah, that horse is weird. Oh, it's Phantom Ganon again. So Melt0n's going to be doing his Ocarina items here in order to play Sun Song. Gets a bomb for a head.
That's a cannonball.
Yeah, that is a bomb for a head. Just takes it back to market. That's not very helpful. Yep, Bal has marked his square. Gerudo Valley Skulls done. 8 hearts done. One more square to go, and he can call this GG's. So Dotso, with his infinite knowledge on RBA, tells us that Bal has locked himself out of Blue Gauntlet, so that's not going to be the square he goes for now. Maybe he goes for Fire Temple Skulls, Meg, maybe Silver Rupee Rooms, Death Mountain Skulls.
You can find the Ice Cavern.
Yeah, we've not seen Ice Cavern yet, which is a bit annoying. Hasn't turned up, so that's not the one you want to bet your race on, particularly at this point, I don't think. If it does turn up, then yeah, you can just go straight for it, but we have to find it first.
That's the only trick, but you can say the same about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't he also glitch and get... never mind. He already did that.
I think it's fair to say Bal's done quite a few glitches today.
Ah, he could... Could he get to all the skulls in Fire Temple?
I believe so, yeah. You would have to bomb hover onto the Scarecrow place, but it's not too bad. I mean, if there's the last thing he does, then it's, you know, whatever really. He can waste as many bombs as he likes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he could probably do that square if he wants to go back for Fire Temple. Meg is one he ought to be able to do without any trouble. Or you could do Forest Temple. Oh, there's Ice Cavern. Okay. So Melt0n's going to go for this, no doubt.
Where he finds this. Just to lock him out of it.
Yeah, Melt0n did not pick up the hover boost yet though, so he can't claim the square for doing this, unfortunately. Even if he does complete Ice Cavern, that square's still going to be available for capturing. Yeah, Sky Temple would be just GG's basically straight away. As long as Bal didn't die, I suppose.
There's a Silver Rupee room for Melt0n. I don't remember his count at the moment.
I think he's up to maybe 3 of them.
That's what I was thinking, not 3 or 4.
Yeah, getting up to 8 is quite a lot. I mean, you really need to kind of delve into Shadow Temple for those. Because, yeah, Shadow's got quite a few of them. Probably not going to be able to get that goal without Shadow, I would have thought. And there's a couple in Trials you could do as well, of course. Trials got quite a few. GGG is another option, yeah. Yeah, 8 is not a high number particularly, but it's still it's not a particularly fast goal. Dungeon goals rarely are, in fairness. It's just, you know, you always have to do a lot of delving, go through a lot of rooms.
Ice does have two. The sliding block puzzle room.
Yep. I forget how many trials has. There's one in Light Trial, there's one in Spirit, which they've already done.
Alright, Ball found the Forest Temple, so you can choose to go for Meg.
Okay. Yeah, fire doesn't water have one as well? I'm pretty sure water has one.
No.
Water trial.
No.
Because there's a sliding block.
Of the toilet.
No, there's a sliding block puzzle in water trial, and I think that's Silver Rupees as well. Oh, it's a switch, right? Yeah. Yeah, GC's got 3 of them. One on the left side after the Stanfos room, and then 2 for the toilet area. Yeah, Meg is probably one of the slowest goals left at this point, apart from the ones that we don't really have a solid route to just yet. Which I suppose actually is really just Hyrule Field Skulls at this point, because I think we're still missing one of those. Oh, and Heart Pieces in Lost Woods, I guess, because, yeah, I mean, we do have a route to that, but it'd be a pain in the bum to get at this point. We have seen Death Mountain Trail, DMC as well, so Death Mountain Skulls is definitely doable. That's a possibility, yeah.
Yeah, Melt0n's gotta be feeling... He's gotta be feeling tired at this point.
Yeah, you know, getting enough sleep's important. You know, we wouldn't want someone like Bal to be, you know, sleep deprived for a race.
No.
That'd be a real tragedy. I haven't seen that ledge clip strat in a while. Probably one of the easiest little glitches you can do, actually. You just sort of keep side hopping until Link falls out of bounds. The next one, though, is definitely a bit trickier. You have to get the precise frame for the jump here in order to make this extra high leap and cross over the gap.
Hey.
First try.
First try every time. Melt0n's gotta ditch the block and start over because he missed the one right next to the blue fire.
Oh dear, whoopsie doodles. I think he's run out of bombs, which is why he's having to do this puzzle rather than just ground jumping.
That was the wrong direction, my guy.
That is not how you do this. Also, getting frozen is not a good idea. I don't want to die here.
Maybe Maybe he should have taken a nap before getting on. He must be so tired that his brain isn't working right.
It's been a long day, hasn't it? I'm sure I'll be able to get plenty of sleep once this race is over. Getting War Mastered. Ooh, that is. I'm not actually sure. Because that is not a loading zone, that is a void out. So I think that just takes you back to the entrance. I don't think it beta quests you. If that's if we can use beta quest as a verb.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny you that opportunity. The only thing I'm upset is you keep calling it beta quest, not beta quest.
Beta quest is kind of more American, isn't it? Beta quest. I always say beta.
Beta. What do you call that man over there? He's a beta.
Vita. Yeah, I don't know any Greek. It's all Dutch to me.
Isn't it all Greek to me?
Yeah, well, you know.
Apparently I don't know.
Melt0n is super safe there with those breeders. Really don't want to get killed on those last quarter heart. There are hearts in these little pots here, so you should be safe with the waterfalls at least. Bow getting bow the intended way. This is not something you see in a lot of beta quests actually, getting the bow properly. Normally an item you just skip over because you can just use hookshot for most things and RBA that ice arrow for anything else.
We got the iron boots. He has hovers, right? Like we're not.
He does not have hovers. He's not done Shadow Temple yet. Yeah, he can't mark the goal.
Well, I mean, technically the goal is 3 boots, right? So Kokiri boots is 2, and the iron boots is 2. So that's 4 boots.
Yeah, but 4 is not 3. You'd have to throw one away to actually.
So you just have to lose your right one, you know? It's...
Yeah. Link just has to chop off his foot, then he can mark the goal.
Well, at least he knows where Shadow Temple is. So he just has to get hookshot, and he can get the hovers.
Yeah, he could also mega flip over potentially if Melt0n knows his mega flips.
Yeah, just get 1 foot sucked by the lake.
I think you're thinking bottom of the world there, maybe. No.
Basically, no.
I think Melt0n would have to definitely pull out some serious skill to get past Bal's lead here right now. I mean, Bal's basically got this in the bag as soon as he finishes Forest.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if Bal suddenly fell asleep, Melt0n would be in with a shot.
I don't know. I think Bal's well rested enough for this race.
You reckon?
Melt0n's more likely to take a snooze.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, I think having a half-hour lie-in's probably enough.
I mean, maybe Windows will crash for Ball. That'll give Melt0n the advantage.
Well, I think Bal's actually playing on N64, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Actually, no, tell a lie. He is playing on emulator. Yeah, he has that funky pause menu.
Man, imagine not having fire arrows for this room.
Yeah, having to do this the intended way. Checkerboard room, we're getting there, slowly but surely.
Just got 3 more rooms to go, and then Ball is the victor.
Oh, slow block pushing. Oh boy.
Oh man.
I almost forgot this was a thing, to be honest. It's been so long since I've seen this room done on beta or vanilla or anything like that.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
it's so
easily
slow.
the best change.
Yeah, watching this just makes me want to fall asleep, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm ready to get in bed.
It's a good job. Bal's lovely, well rested. Doesn't get tired out by this long, lengthy, boring forest temple.
And nothing's gonna put our man to sleep. He doesn't need the Song of Awakening.
Well, maybe you've been able to use it earlier. Alright, there's Meg.
Alright, here we go. Within the next minute or two.
Yeah,
And Melt0n
we
has
are
no
nearly
idea.
done. I think Melt0n's got a fairly decent idea that he's not on the winning track, unfortunately. When you're 3 goals down to 12, it kind of becomes a bit inevitable.
Yeah, they can see how many their opponent has.
Yeah, both have access to the bingo board, both can see what the other player marks.
And there it is.
And what they marked.
GG.
GG indeed. Yeah, in Lockout, it only really works if they can see each other's goals, because otherwise their marks start thinking they got it when they actually haven't. Oh yeah, good point. I do need to hit the time. I do need to hit the time button because that is manual. Because we don't use SRL for this, I should probably have done that.
Look, now we got Din sleeping at the wheel. Like,
I know, right? It's crazy.
welcome to our chat entrance. Hello and welcome.
Ah, good morning.
I'm fully awake now, it's fine.
You sure you don't want to take a quick nap? Maybe for like half an hour or so?
Nah, it's all good.
Well, GG's. How did you find the seed?
The seat was actually super great, I can't believe it. I didn't even really use my notes, I have hardly anything written down.
We just sort of flow through then, I guess. I mean, had quite a few easy goals there at the beginning, I guess. Gave you a good starting point. Getting Boomerang, Goron City, all that sort of stuff.
I got pretty lucky with the start, and my gamble for going adult rather early was also pretty decent.
Yeah. I think mostly like you were kind of pretty much on the ball with getting goals and stuff. Yeah, I wasn't sure about getting magic. Like, there wasn't really any use for that, but I guess it came in handy in a few different places.
I
Let's
mean,
play.
I got magic mainly because I was hoping to find Din's Fire and the second Hyrule Field Skull, so that needs magic
Yeah.
anyway. But other than that, having FW is kind of nice.
For sure.
Yeah, FW is always nice if you can find it.
Definitely. How did you feel with starting off the Dango Cavern and Shadow Temple? Like, all right, cool, 2 entrances, done.
Yeah, that was as soon as I saw the start loading zone being DC, I was just hoping, okay, please no DC goal, because that would go immediately into a super rush, which is not nice as a start.
Mm-hmm.
But having it as a start without a goal is super great, because you just need bomb choose and you get bombs immediately. It's super good.
Yeah, and trials are really ridiculously early as well, so that was pretty kind overall for the seed, at least to start with.
When you first saw the bingo card, what is one of the first ones you were thinking, all right, let's try to get that?
Good question. Two boss keys, Naburo Knuckle and obviously Blue Fire. Also Gold Scale. Those are the ones you can get super easy and super fast. Okay,
Right.
two boss keys not really super fast, but I got kind of lucky with that as well. And the compasses.
And which one were you dreading getting?
The 8 silver rupee rooms, actually, because GTG was basically locked behind beating Baronade, and that was child-only loading zone, more or less, unless you actually beat Baronade, which is kind of crap.
I thought we found a way to GTG as an adult, but I might be misremembering that. Not sure. Yeah, I know we saw it a couple of times.
I think we got Baronade Room once, but
Yeah, I think just Battle found Baronade, and you basically just save warped out because you couldn't be bothered, I suppose. It wasn't really worth the time. I would have thought maybe the Skulls in Fire Temple would have been the nuisance one. Especially not having like Longshot or anything, and no Scarecrow.
yeah, it took a long time to find Hookshot.
Yeah, I don't think Melt0n ever found it in the end, unfortunately. He
it's
went adult a fair bit earlier than you did. Yeah, didn't get to the grave, unfortunately.
That was a good run. GG to Ball.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Next in the tournament.
Yeah, so I think that's group stages over now for Baal. Should be going through, I would imagine, at this point. 2 wins, 1 loss. If Melt0n manages to pull out 2 victories next, then A, I'll be surprised. B, I'm not sure what the outcome of that would be, but be down to points, I guess, at that point. But yeah. You looking forward to the bracket stage matches?
Oh, I think he fell asleep.
No, I'm not asleep. Like, you guys are kind of a tiny bit cutting out for me sometimes.
Oh, weird.
Discord does that on my end, sorry. But it doesn't like my microphone very much. OBS loves it, but yeah. Discord's like, didn't quite hear you, mate.
Okay, so what was the question?
I was wondering about the bracket stages. Are you looking forward to them? Like, Who are you most excited about going up against?
Most excited? I would actually love to face RG. I just want to face RG, and I want to face Marco to get revenge for the first tournament.
Ah, yes.
Although, like, facing Marco, like, oh my god, Marco's just such a beast. such his ammo, and like, I mean, on the one hand, I'm kind of dread if I would face them, but on the other hand, it's like, at least it would be a really good match, unless it's like super one-sided.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be quite a few high matches, and yeah. You're probably going to have to face one of them, I imagine. It's just going to be a case of which one's first. But if it's Runner Guy, at least you got like plenty of practice in with going against him in a match.
That's true.
You know how his brain works at this point, or as much as anybody can.
Yeah, like over the past 3 years, or like 4 more or less, I've kind of gotten to know some quirks of his.
Yeah, such as his opinions on warp songs. We did see you play Minuet, I think, at some point. How hopeful were you on that? Do you think it would take you somewhere good?
Well, the thing is, it led me into basically the Talon minigame. If I had Sun Song, it might have been good, but I didn't have Sun Song, so yes, it's kind of bad.
Yeah. I forget where Sun Song was now. Melt0n did find it. But yeah, I can't remember how he got to it. I am no good at memorizing stuff in Beta Quest. I would be hopeless in this tournament. Because, yeah, I just can't ever keep those entrances in my head. There's just too much information. It doesn't help when you're on commentary, of course, because you got 2 people like going all over the place, so it's like twice as much to remember.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult, that's true.
Yeah, it's still good fun.
Okay, anyway, I am heading out now. Thank you for the commentary for the match.
Alright, well, I hope you get a good sleep. You know, don't oversleep whatever your next commitment is.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing this again.
Alright, GG's. Thanks for coming out.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Alright, so time to wrap things up here. So we do have some Link to the Bar stuff coming up later on tonight. I think the next bracket race for that's going to be in about 2 hours. It'll all be on the schedule, so I do recommend going to have a peek at that to see what's coming up. But yeah, for now, we're just going to go over and raid. There's some guy called CFG streaming Ocarina of Time, so we'll go. He might be alright. We'll go over and have a look and see what he's doing. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you to my co-commentator Zelboy for keeping me company here. And yeah, goodbye for now.